The sounds you're hearing are uncommon for commercial radio. They come from the fifth dimension, a space beyond what is known to man. It is the middle ground between sight, sound, and mind. It is the area of imagination. 88.1 megahertz is a safe haven for all manners of alternative broadcasting, and you reach this station by turning the dial all the way to the left. By listening, you cross over into an area which we call WRFL Lexington.
Good evening, WRFL Lexington listeners. It is 9:01 on this lovely Wednesday evening, and I am your host, Anna Rose. And tonight on the show, we have Soupcan and the Spaceman. They hail from Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm so excited to have them on the show. And they're going to play songs for us right now. So let's get into it, fellas.
Well, come on over and stay the night. I'll keep a secret. You can go before daylight. Am I your getaway from the things that you love? I guess we all self-medicate. Oh baby, I am your drug. Oh baby, I am your drug. And I see it in you that you want to stay. I see it in you that you want to stay. I see it in you that you want to stay. I see it in you that you want to stay, that you want to. Must be wondering why you like to go out of town. Well, you don't think of him when you're going down. Well, come here, beautiful. Let me touch those lips. Bring out the devil in me, and we'll burn and bliss. Burn and bliss. And I see it in you that you want to stay. I see it in you that you want to stay. I see it in you that you want to stay. I see it in you that you want to stay, that you want to stay. Of Rio Terror, how you sway under With all of your vote done, but when you call, I crawl back to you under the ring of love. Just I won't do me no good. Breaker, my heartbreaker. Breaker, my heartbreaker. Thought your lips would be my savior. Breaker, my heartbreaker. Breaker, my heartbreaker. Thought your lips would be my savior. Free, lady, go free. Free, lady, go free. Free, lady, go free. I fell under a black magic spell in crossroads, the devil, and I made a deal. He said love's not kind and love's not wise, but I was engulfed in those deep blue eyes, hypnotized by the way she moves, mambo woman, deep in by you. Tell me lies, won't hear no truth. Just take my soul and give me the blues. Just take my soul and give me the blues. Just take my soul and give me the blues. Free, lady, go free.
So you just heard Soupcan and the Spaceman. That last song was Heartbreaker. And can you guys introduce yourselves to the listeners? Who are you and what do you play?
My name is Hunter Campbell. I am Soupcan. Play guitar and write vocals.
And I am Spaceman, or Vincent Todd, as Earthlings know me. And I write and play and just kind of fit in wherever I'm needed on the work.
Get in where we fit in. All right.
Yeah. And you guys are from Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so did you guys drive up here tonight just for us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We took off work and everything.
Oh, that's so
Say,
sweet.
We don't need your corporate
Stuff?
yeah.
Yeah.
And we just
Just
drove
hit
up.
the open road and
Yep.
We told them once we make it big in Lexington, we'll send them all postcards.
Yeah, man, that's such a good vibe for what you guys have been playing. What do you guys describe your music as for people who might be wanting to hear?
God awful. I think when we got together, it was just kind of feeling each other out, like where our different styles came from. Luckily, we both came from classic rock backgrounds, so we have a lot of that Stones, Stooges, Bowie kind of vibe in us, The Doors, things like that. But it was, we're still, I guess, trying to figure out a lot of it. We're just having fun doing the different genres and trying not to pigeonhole ourselves, but just kind of explore.
Yeah, and how long have you guys been playing together?
Just like
Just
maybe
over a
like
year?
yeah, maybe like a few weeks over a year.
Oh man.
Yeah, we kind of met at our work area, and it was like, hey, you like music? Come over this weekend, and then we just kind of started writing songs like that.
Yeah.
What like maybe like 40 songs in like a year.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's quite a few.
Yeah, it's every weekend thing.
Is there an EP in the works or an album in the works?
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, we in January we kind of compiled a bunch of some of the earlier stuff we had done and put it out as lo-fi or low fidelity, depending on the streaming source. Where our first batch of like songs that we had done together were, and then I think we had talked about from this point on, I think the vision or the line of sight seems to be a lot of artists are just doing singles. So we've kind of been aiming in that direction, like doing 2 singles a month, just releasing what we got. And I think focusing, whereas we spent last year focusing so much on the writing, focusing this year on promotion and playing and getting it out there.
Yeah, sounds good. Speaking of playing, what are we going to hear next?
Long ride.
Long ride?
Yeah. All right, let's get into it.
All right. So this was the first one we ever did together. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. All right. Cool. Take the pills in my hand, wash it down with more medicine. Grab the keys, let's take a ride, and get real high. I'm losing it again. The wheels are trying to spin, but I'm cornered in the deepest parts in my mind. So I stay high on this long ride. On this long ride, on this long ride, on this long ride. Place your head on my chest, just to make sure I'm not dead. I can hear you calling out my name. light a cigarette and press it to my lips, while it all goes back and forth in my mind. On this long ride, on this long ride, on this long ride, on this long, long, long ride.
What's it all about? Every answer seems to cancel each other out. Philosophy's my main disease. This affliction's an addiction devouring me. And it's been so long. I wanna feel human it's been so long. I wanna feel human again. And it's been so long. I wanna feel human again. And it's been so long. Wanna feel human again. And it's been so long. I wanna feel human again. And it's been so long. I wanna feel human again. And it's been
You just heard Human Again from our live guest, Soupcan and the Spaceman. And I wanted to ask a couple more questions.
Cool, go for it.
And I believe this is okay to say that before we started the show, you had said that this is your first live show together.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I just think that's incredible. Are there more live shows coming up in the future? Do you have anything booked?
No, we were kind of testing the waters really around where we live, and then playing some stuff on radios just to see if people dug us, like kind of get our demographic. But right now, I think we're in the middle of trying to find places, because we're from Nashville. Everyone likes honky tonk, and we're obviously not honky tonk. So
Yeah.
it's really just trying to find the venues around us who we're playing for the right crowd, I guess.
Yeah.
So anything you want to add, Spaceman?
I believe we had been talking about this before we went on air, about how I think the culture shift right now is a lot of people are looking towards online presence, and I think that's what we're trying to focus on as well, is trying to build an online following, YouTube, streaming services, things like that, because unless it's like college towns or places where like the young music is still vital, I don't see a lot of people going out unless there's like an authentic name behind it. Like, you're gonna go see the Stones or bands
Yeah.
like that, but I think for up and coming bands, I think the key right now is to focus on building that online presence and make people want to see you live, make
Yeah.
that demand
Yeah.
for it.
We kind of do, like, we like to be funny. I didn't say we are funny. We like to try to be funny. So we'll do, like, little skits. But we'll do just random, I wouldn't say music videos, but, like, 30-second music, like, clips.
Interludes.
Yeah. Instagram. We haven't put anything on YouTube yet, but I think we have stuff on music on, I don't know, where do we have music on? Bandcamp, Spotify.
Yeah, Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, all the main
Yeah.
ones. But I think we had discussed it one point, and this is still kind of up in the air. Doing almost like a skit show or like a variety show where it's
Where's your radio?
where it's kind of like the variety shows of the 70s used to be, where
Oh,
like
yeah.
the Richard Pryor show and things like that, where you'd have a little comedy, a little spoken word, like live music, all these different kind of genres. So it keeps it interesting. So we were in the talks of doing something like that and reaching out to other bands and seeing if they'd be interested in guesting on it and stuff like that. Again, it's just a way of getting our faces out there.
Yeah. And speaking of all these social media platforms that you guys are on, where can people find you on Instagram? What handle?
Soupcan and the Spaceman Band. Yeah, Yeah, so at Soupcan and Spaceman Band.
Yeah.
We also have a Facebook page, Soupcan and Spaceman, and that's not with an ampersand. It's with the actual word and.
Yeah.
Because we want to make it as long as possible. We need it really tedious on people to type out that name.
Soupcan is one word. I will say that. What else do we have?
Do you have Twitter?
Yes,
Yeah,
Twitter.
we're both really bad at social media. Like, so it's like, oh yeah, we have to post something today. It's like been active 7 days ago. So we're both trying to get really
Get better at it.
better
Yeah.
at it. Yeah.
Work
Yeah.
with it. We're not as young as we look, so like a lot of this new technology goes over our old heads.
Well, you're not alone in that. I don't really use social media either. All of the WRFL posting and even a lot of the sorry, this is behind the scenes secrets, but I feel comfortable sharing it with my listeners. Even the stuff for WRFL Live, only about half of it comes from me, and the other half of it, people say, "Hey, can you put this on the Instagram?" And I say, "Yeah, this looks good, thanks," and then I post it.
Well, that's a part of it. I hit the post button. We're both trying to get better at it. We're really bad at everything we do, so only way is up, right?
Well, no, I figure if we're, we spread ourselves thin enough, like we're just okay at enough stuff, we'll be okay at a lot of things, and people go, "That's a really okay band,"
Maybe
so.
we'll
Hey,
change our name to OK.
they'll make a good opener.
No, it's like I said, because I mean, I was doing this stuff 10 years ago when I was with like my high school band, or gosh, almost 20 years now when I was with my high school band, and the scene has just changed so much, and how to get your name out there. And I wish a lot of these social tools were there for us when we were up and coming, because it's so easy to just do it from your home and not hire a bunch of people to do it for you. Like, you really can run your own music production, or just your own whatever you want to do outside of having to use big name corporations and things like that. So it's really the age of do-it-yourself artists, and I really like seeing that, because that's where I think a lot of your new ideas are going to come from.
Yeah, I dig it.
It makes it really hard, actually, because like paying someone to do something, yes, is expensive, but like when you're trying to write and like you got to find shows and like post this to that, because not everybody uses the same media platforms. It's really like you're juggling a lot.
Yeah.
So
Do you find, between the two of us, did you post on Instagram today? No. Did you do Twitter? No. Okay, well, we need to mix that one song and we got to master. Okay, well, how are we going to divide up the weekend? Okay, well, we got to do this. We know we got to shoot this. We got to record this. Yeah, so it does, but it makes sure that we're not wasting time either. We're always kept busy with something.
for sure.
Yeah, every day is precious.
Yeah?
Yeah, at least when you're trying to to build up a band, I get that. What are we gonna hear next? Getting back to the music side of the band.
So this is Dangerous Life, and this was I was noodling around on guitar one day, and Soupy came up and was like, "Hey, I really like that," and started singing some stuff to it, and he goes, "You're gonna sing this one." I was like, "What? I'm not really this." He was like, "No, you're gonna come sing this one." So he made me sing the first verse, and I was like, "Okay," and then we just kind of went from there, and I dragged him in to do the second verse. So this is a slower version than what's released on the EP, but I think it's fitting for the acoustic setting.
danger. This dangerous life I made. Be my grave.
Heaven's gate, choice I gave it away. I've got faith in my own mistakes. It's my price. Oh, it's my price to pay. Standing post in a correct laugh. The scene is missing, no faded to black. This I love, oh, I love crash. It's a deep you're just side, baby. It's all that you'll ever be. You're just a side, baby. It's all that you'll ever be to me. Your tune's only good for the occasional spin. It's nothing I would listen to again and again. But when the mood takes me, I'll put you in. We can dance all night to your heart's chagrin. Always a deep cut.
Always a deed, never ahead. You're just a B-side, baby. That's all that you'll ever be. You're just a B-side, baby. That's all that you'll ever be. That's all that you'll ever be. That's all that you'll ever be.
So, how do you guys feel?
Nervous. You know, feel like cool, right?
Yeah? Is that what the kids are saying now?
Yeah, it's Kool-Aid. I don't know. Yeah, no. How did we do?
You guys were
Was this a
good.
test?
Yes,
Yeah, I was completely asleep for it.
we're being punked. No, yeah, we feel good. This is our first time. This is my first time being in a radio station. This is the first time we played live for someone. First time again.
Other than the cats.
Yes, we played for cats. 4 of them.
4, yes, and a dog.
Uh,
That's our audience at the apartment, yes.
And one of Vincent's lovely cats is our mascot.
Yep.
He's
That's
a
so cute.
What's his?
He's a Sphinx. His name is Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh my God! I love cats so much. Everyone who knows me who's listening is probably rolling their eyes because they've heard, how many times that I love kitties, but I can't help it, and I like sphinxes too.
Well, it's funny because when we've isolated vocal tracks to do mixes and work with them, you'll always hear him in the background. Every song.
So we just keep it in there.
Yeah, we keep it, and sometimes we boost it to, as a little thing in the song.
That's a good aesthetic to have.
Ads.
Yeah. And for anyone in the listening audience who's not aware, sphinxes are the hairless cats. So that can be a good mental picture in your mind when you're thinking of Mr. Frankenstein, the kitty.
Doctor. He didn't
Dr.
go
Frankenstein,
to
I'm
evil
sorry.
school for several years.
Evil. Yeah, no, we dress him up. I say we like it's our cat. It's Vincent's or
It's
Spaceman.
Samantha's. It's yes, it's my fiance's cat. So she brought him into my life, and he
Became yours.
yes, he completely left her, and he's daddy's cat now. So yes.
Yeah, that happened with my parents. When they moved in together, my mom's cat, Pig, attached herself to my father. Mostly because my dad would pick her up by the tail. Because Pig was a crazy, the craziest feline that I think has ever existed on this planet. Because she loved being picked up by the tail and just kind of hung up in the air.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Only my dad was brave enough to try it. So, that was a huge tangent. We want to get back to Soupcan and the Spaceman, who have just played for us a wonderful set here on WRFL Live. You can find them on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and the handle for Instagram is Soupcan and the Spaceman Band. So to help you guys out, you can also find some of their singles and mixed tracks up on Bandcamp, Apple Music, Spotify, the major streaming services. No current plans to play live again, But do you have any idea of what's coming up next for Soupcan and the Spaceman?
I think we were so anxious about doing this, just getting that first one out of our system, and I think we approached this with a very stripped down look at it, and I think going forward we wanted to try out some things, but we didn't really know, we didn't have time to really experiment with it and see, alright, will this work, will it not work, to try and flesh out that more fuller sound. So I think we're going to work on that a little bit, but definitely we're going to keep pushing the social media side, the online side, and try and build that up. And
we'd love to do shows. They just might be like the stripped down version of our show. So like, I don't know if Nashville area may not be our scene, but maybe Lexington, which is right down the road here. It's a beautiful town I've never actually been in, but it's a beautiful day. But maybe we'll find shows down here, or
there's always a ton of shows. You're one of the few bands that are from out of state. Most of the bands that I have come on the show are local bands.
Okay.
And every single one of them has had good things to say about the scene here. We've got a bunch of venues, shows happening every night, and it's definitely a scene for up and coming artists, I think, because we don't, at least for the affordable places around town, it's mostly local bands.
I believe I was watching one of you guys' YouTube things of the
Walrus?
Yeah. Love those guys, by the way. They were saying like the music scene was like really hot down here, and that there's I think they said they played like a show before they came on. That was their second time. Anyways,
something like that.
Yeah. Point being, we're just trying to put out our little feelers and see how things kind of come up for us. But tomorrow's a new day, and we might, I don't know,
do something.
Yeah, do something. What do you have, Spaceman? Do you have anything?
No, just to all the people out there who are listening to this, please keep supporting local and college radio stations. That is where you're going to find the best music. I know for me, it's where I've discovered a lot of really cool bands and bands that have stuck with me for a while. So definitely keep listening, keep having people on, because this is, like, I think the last beacon for, the hope of rock and roll is the independent and college radio stations. So definitely.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for having us on. I mean, you really took a chance with us, and we greatly appreciate getting to do this as our first gig. So thank you.
Definitely a memory book.
Well, I'm glad we can do that for you guys. One thing I like to do for the show, at least while I'm here, is I see WRFL Live as a first stop for a lot of bands, because for me it's just you and me, or at least it seems just you and me, and there's actually like a bunch of people listening, but you can't see them. And so it's that in-between stage between that big live performance and still kind of jamming at home. So I try to encourage those bands who are like, I don't know, I've never done a live show, like, can I really be on the radio? The answer is yes. Send me an email. But in any case, I want to get back to you guys. So no current book shows, but keep up with them on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Soupcan and the Spaceman. You can find their stuff on all the streaming services. Highly encourage anyone who is interested to do so. It's always good to follow that new artist that's going to be up and coming sooner. And Man, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, yes, I have one last question for you guys. What do you want Lexington and WRFL listeners to know about you and your music?
Besides the fact that we put out, we're trying to put out 2 songs a month, but those 2 songs could be literally like white and black, like complete opposites. We don't really have like a set. We like to mix it up. That's what we're saying. So it's not only we'll rock and roll, but we'll play blues and we'll do like
Electronica,
lo-fi and
vaporwave, like a bunch of different, whatever we feel like. We'll just kind of sit there in the studio and go, "Hey, do you want to do a funk song? Yeah, let's try one." And then,
if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like,
Yeah.
the whole thing is, this is what we love to do as fun. Like,
Yeah.
this is fun for us. Like, so, so everyone who's listening, they're check us out. There might be a song that you like and a song that you hate, and they might be completely opposites, but a song for everyone, I guess.
Yeah, but stick with it. It's kind of like my philosophy on why Bowie and Prince and Elvis were so big, because they touched on all the different genres. Someone's going to have a song by them somewhere on their playlist, no matter what they're into, and that's kind of what we're aiming to do, is just kind of, have
Play
fun.
what comes to you.
Yeah.
Be creative, be weird.
Yeah.
Like-
Love that. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Love having new bands on. Love seeing what's new, what's up and coming. Love being on the forefront of all this new great music coming our way. This has been Soupcan and the Spaceman out of Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to play a little bit more of local music before Colonel Paco Chaos comes on to rock your socks off with rockabilly. And maybe some other stuff, I don't know. But I know rockabilly is going to be in there for at least an hour. We're going to listen to Luxury Elite, their album World Class. The song is Attitude. Keep it locked all the way to the left. You are listening to WRFL Lexington, your only alternative left.